Hi, this is Marco Williams from Hashbang Games. I wanted to create a video to help some of you that have been having a hard time getting your controller to recognize correctly. I know there's been a few posts on the forum, and we've had a few pings in our email and on IM about the fact that right out of the box your controllers aren't working, and there's a reason for that. And which I'll get into. But I wanted to try to give you some steps and some tools to be able to figure it out and see if maybe this is what your problem is. So this is probably, if your controller's not working, this is probably one of the first steps that you want to take. So I have our scene show controller up here, and I've intentionally broken to try to reproduce the problem. So, have I built? Is it built? Yeah. Okay. So if I push play, I'm pretty much not gonna get the input response from my controller. Like, I'm pushing the triggers right now, not working. No buttons are working. Getting some weird access, and you see the controller name is just plastered all over the screen here. Okay, so that is probably a key indicator, and I think maybe a few of you have seen this. So this may be your problem, it may not be your problem. Maybe you have some completely different problem. If you have a different problem than this, feel free to ping us, and I'll try to help you, or Tim will try to help you as best as we can. But if you're seeing something like this, I'm going to show you how to fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this. So the first thing you want to do is click on your Ouya game object, and you want to turn off debug off. Okay, and then just go ahead and run the project. And what it's going to do is it's going to put a string of what your controller name is. This will actually show you all of your controller names. So let's say that you have 3 different type of Xbox controllers. You're going to need to follow these steps for each controller that is not being recognized. So my particular controller name is comes up in Unity as this controller Afterglow gamepad for Xbox 360. And so what we're doing here is we're going to copy this name. I hope it copied. There you go. And we're going to go ahead and open up our Ouya input manager and the Ouya game object files. So those are SDK script. So actually, I do the whole thing. Ouya SDK scripts, and then you have Ouya game object and Ouya input manager. I didn't really want this all expanded out when I first showed you, because I want to step you through it. So I'm going to go ahead and collapse these. So this is what you should see when this comes up. So what we want to do is go underneath the JSON data listeners. Okay, so if we go ahead and expand that out, if this is expanded, just go ahead and collapse it. And we want to go to the input listener. So if we expand that out, you're going to see a section like this. And it's right around between, like, in the switch statement starts on 186, but don't rely on the line numbers because it could change. Basically, you're looking for a section that has Ouya game controller, your Xbox wireless receiver, and Microsoft Xbox 360 pads, and all of these other controller types. So you got to pick your controller type that is showing up. In our case, in this situation, it's the Xbox 360 section, so we're going to expand that out. And you're going to see this case statement. So I commented out because I broke the situation. But what you want to do is you want to add your controller to this section. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And then, very important, you want to make these all uppercase. So now that you have your controller in here, ooh, improper syntax there. Okay, so now that you have your controller in here, you need to go to the Ouya Input Manager, and you have to do the same step in one place. And again, for each Xbox controller that you have that is not in this list, it's not going to work. So you need to go ahead and put this in there. And this is basically to fix the Xbox controller from within the editor so that it works from within the editor. The Xbox controller should work inside of the Ouya itself. This is, again, just for the editor. But if you're having a problem inside on the Ouya itself, then that could be a completely different issue. So we're going to flip over to the Ouya Input Manager, and we're going to go underneath, where was it? Handle Access Input. And then there's this Get Controller Type function or method. And expand that out, and you're going to see we have similar case statements here. So what we want to do is case space, put our controller name, and we want to capitalize this whole entire thing. Control-Shift-U, and I can get rid of what the previous one was there. Now we are going to flip back over to our Unity. Let's go ahead and turn the debugging off again. And now this time, if I run it, you're going to see that it's still compiling. Okay, all done compiling. So I push play and got to click inside the window, very important. And you'll see that all the inputs are registering just like they're supposed to. And that's it. Hopefully that solves your problem. I mean, I know we have a few bugs in there. I think Tim's going to be posting a new form of submitting defects. So you're going to you'd have to sign up and to our customer portal, and then you can submit some bugs, and we can take a look at them one at a time and get them resolved. But until then, this should fix the problem for your controllers to work in the editor properly if you're seeing that type of error. Thanks for watching.